What's up, guys? Let's talk about your beliefs and if things are serving you. So today's video topic is going to be fairly short. By the way, I've got my green smoothie that's super delicious, and I actually drink it every day. So if you guys have been wondering why I don't post pictures as often right now, it's because literally my meal is the same. So I don't change my variability too often, and it's going to actually make sense in the statement that I'm about to make. And so the problem that we have as humans is that we believe that we need to do things just out of the sake of doing them. My mom is a perfect example of this. So a few months ago, probably 2-3 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, my girlfriend Serena had her show, and at the show, after, there was this lady at a booth, and the booth lady had to get rid of some shit, and one of the things she had to get rid of was this little, I think this stuff's stupid, like flower thing that you'd hang outside your house, right? Like on your doorstep, whatever. Well, the problem is we don't have room for it. I think it looks extremely tacky at our townhome. Also, we had a wreath for Christmas, and the shit stayed up for multiple months, or actually a whole month, until I finally threw it away. So I had to take action on it to get rid of it, right? Well, the lady offers it to Serena, and I instantly say no, because I know that we do not want it. We do not have space for it. It will not look good. I'm going to have to take care of it. So I say no. But my mom says, oh, yeah, we'll take it. And I'm like, Mom, we don't want it, right? And she continues to try and persuade me. Well, that doesn't work, because when I make up my mind, my mind's made up. But then my mom's like, okay, well, we'll take it. And I'm like, Mom, why did you take it? And she's like, well, she offered it to us, right? She offered it to us. And I'm like, what? Why does that matter, right? Why does that matter that she offered it to us? People offer you stuff all the time. You don't need to take everything that people offer. Well, that leads to this. Is the beliefs that you have serving you? Okay? That was a totally different side of a spectrum that we normally would talk about, where we're talking about, like our actions inside fitness, our action inside of our efforts and tracking and that kind of stuff. But is the belief or beliefs that you have serving you? Okay? Now, in the case of my mother, the belief that she needs to accept things from other people just because they're offered to her has led her to collecting things, where she has so much shit that she literally has a hard time getting rid of shit, right? She's almost on the obsessive compulsive side of a hoarder. And now that's all because of the belief she has around people getting given to her. Right? So she actually took this because I told her I would not accept it, and I would throw it away as soon as it was in my hands. So the question is this belief serving you? Is very, very powerful, because it carries over everything. Is the belief that if you go to the gym, you're a bad person and you don't want to hang out with your friends? Is this belief that, if you start getting fit and healthy, that your friends are not going to want to hang around with you anymore? Is the belief that you have to eat things in social situations that are unhealthy just because other people serving you, right? So you see the power behind this. The big question you should be asking is this belief serving me? Okay? And is this belief serving me in anything that I'm doing or what I'm doing, right? So this is why it's important to have goals. Right? One of my goals, let's take it back to my mom. One of my goals is to actually reduce the amount of shit that I have in my life, which is still hard because I collect stuff and buy stuff, but that's because it's ingrained from her. But I do my best to literally get rid of anything and not take stuff that we don't want or need, right? So me and my mom have two different belief systems. So when someone gives me something, I say no. If I don't want it, I will say no, because my belief system says that this does not serve me, while my mom's belief system somehow thinks that it does, right? Or she knows that it doesn't, but she'll still accept it because it's aligned with her belief system. So you can change your own belief systems, guys. You can simply do it by just asking, is this serving me? Is this serving me? Okay? Now, the other side of this too is this serving me in the sense of helping me get closer to what I want? Is this serving me in helping me get to my goals? Is this serving me in making me a better person, right? All these questions are things that I constantly am asking. So when I study something, I study it for two reasons. One, because I want to impact you guys more, and two, because I want it to serve me in a way that can move me forward in my trajectory in anything that I'm doing. So I said another statement in here, which maybe so all we want to think about, guys, is this belief system serving me? Is what I'm doing serving me? Okay? So whenever you're starting to go down a path, whenever you're starting to do something that you may not normally do, or whenever you're doing something that, you might not agree with, or that doesn't serve you, ask yourself, is this serving me? Is this belief serving me? Is this action or thing that I'm doing serving me? Okay? That is the most powerful question you guys can ask on a daily basis. Every decision you have, you control your own power. You control where you go. You control what you do. It all goes back to your beliefs. Now, the hard part here, guys, is I like to start this with, is this belief serving me? Because we have beliefs built into us based on our family, based on our friends, based on our upbringing, based on the way we interact with our environments, being people and places and things, right? We have beliefs, and all these beliefs are different than the next person and the next person. So my beliefs are going to be slightly different than yours. However, you don't have to carry my beliefs, and I don't need to carry your beliefs. All that we need to do as each of us is make sure that we're living in our own beliefs that we enjoy, want, and have, right? So while you might have grown up with this belief, while you might have been told that this is how you have to think and be, that's not true, okay? Because if it's not serving you, if it's not giving you what you want, if it's opposite of who you want to be, the belief does not serve you. And you're holding on to something like an old clothing, or like an old blanket, just to hold on to it. But if I'm holding on to this old blanket, like my belief system, I can't let go, or I can't grab the other blanket, which is the actual true blanket that I want, right? So imagine that. Imagine a child holding a blanket, their old blanket, but they want this down comforter that's over there, but they're so squeezed holding on to this blanket or their belief system that they can't let go and grab the actual one they want, right? So your belief system is like that blanket. You have to allow yourself to let go of a belief system that doesn't give you what you want, doesn't make you who you want to be, or doesn't produce the results that you want, by simply letting go of it and changing your belief system simply by asking yourself, what do I want? Okay, and is this serving me? Is this giving me what I want? And does this belief system serve me? Okay, now that doesn't mean you have to overhaul your whole entire life. It doesn't mean you have to change religions. It doesn't mean you have to go against everything you've ever learned. But there's subtle little nuances inside of your belief systems that you can tweak, right? All it is just turning a screw a little bit differently. Okay, so that's our topic today, guys. Is your actions serving me? Is this serving me? Is this belief system, the way of my thinking, serving me, right? So another perfect example of is this belief serving me is this belief that I have to eat with my friends when we go out and eat shitty and drink serving me? Most likely the answer would be no. Okay, I know for me personally, every time I do that, I regret my life the next day, because I wake up with a headache, I feel like shit, my whole day is foggy, I don't get as much done. So it's powerful because every time now I have to actually ask myself. Sometimes I'll even go into the bathroom, look in the mirror for a few moments, and say, is this serving me? Okay? Literally looking yourself in the face, you can't lie. I can't lie when I look at myself, right? I can't lie to myself and say, Jeff, is this serving me? Is this belief or this action serving me, my goals, my passions, what I want to do, and how I want to feel tomorrow? When you look at yourself, you can't lie. Okay? So if you have a hard time changing your belief systems, step in front of the mirror. Even do what I'm doing right now, and that's stepping in front of maybe a camera. Step in front of something where you get to see yourself, you get to talk to it, and you get to actually interact with yourself. Now, what you might notice too is when you interact with yourself in a mirror and you ask yourself the hard questions, you're going to see a person in the mirror or in the camera like I'm doing right now, and surprisingly, you might not like it. You might not like that person, because the person that's in the mirror or in the camera in front of you is not the person you want to be. It's not the person, or it's not living in congruency with the person you want to be, or the person you think that you should be, or the person that you hope to be one day. And it might make you angry, right? And that's actually a good thing, because the more anger you get behind what you're doing, the easier it is to make the shift to do what you know you need to do or want to do to gain what you want. All right, guys? So I want to hear your guys' takeaways. I want to hear where you guys might have a belief system that has hindered you from actually getting what you want, or a belief system that is hindering you and not serving you the way you want it to. Okay, I want to hear it. So comment below, guys. I want to see where you guys are all at. Plus, I want you guys to do this interaction, because what you guys might find is that you have a belief system or something that you're doing, thinking, or believing that someone else in this group also is. And the fun part is, with our beliefs, we oftentimes think that we're the only ones that hold them, especially in today's world where everybody is fighting over just about everything, right? You're going to probably find that the belief system you have, or a belief system that no longer serves you or serves you at all, is a belief that someone else might have too. And when you share that, someone else will see it, and you guys will be able to help each other, because someone else might have also fought through that belief system and changed it, right? I might have, one of the other members have. So post below what you're doing right now that's not serving you, or what you can do that will serve you. Post about one belief that you have that's not serving you in the way you want. Okay, I want to see you guys all interact on this post. I want you guys all to comment, and I want you guys to actually like each other's posts if they apply to you, or you've had that apply to you, because I want you guys to all know that you are not alone. That's the reason we're in these groups, guys. You are not alone. You are not the only person. You might feel like you are because you don't allow anybody else to know it. That's the truth, right? If people don't know your struggle, you will never know who else deals with that struggle. All right, guys, so that's it. You guys have a little bit of assignment, which is actually comment below. Get to it, guys. I want to see your beliefs, and let's see how we can change this stuff to do, think, be, and act the way that we want to, that will actually serve us in the way that we want to achieve things.